In this video, I'm going to show you a few ways you can use the TI-30X Multiview calculator that's highly recommended for this course in Unit 1. Okay. So first, these are actual problems from your homework from Math AS, and we're just going to look at a few of them so I can show you how to use the calculator. So let's look at this one on the right. Okay, the numbers are here, the four main operations are here. So 9 plus 7 minus 4 plus 6 minus 3. Okay, so the keys I punched in are right here if you want to reference them, and then notice you can see the entire expression here. So this is why I like this calculator. You can see everything you punched in, so you can double check it as you go, and it seems to match up. If you hit enter, then you'll get your result of 15. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, so I'm going to clear this so you can look at the new keys. Let's do again this one on the right. So when two numbers are written next to each other in parentheses, it's called juxtaposition, and the implied operation is multiplication. And the calculator knows this. So here are parentheses above the 8 and the 9. This is the open and this is the close. So I'll hit parentheses, close, put 3 in parentheses. Here's the division symbol, okay? And I haven't shown you the multiplication symbol yet. So for 4 times 5, why don't we just hit 4 times 5? And notice it shows up as an asterisk instead of a multiplication symbol. I'm not sure why, but you should know that this means multiplication. Hit enter, and we have 45. Let's look at another one. Okay, here I'm guessing you guys would want to see how to do this one on the calculator. So this calculator is capable of working with fractions, which is another reason I like it a lot. If you hit this button right here, N over D, that means numerator over denominator, and it will give you a fraction bar with these two spots. Now if you don't see this, it's because your calculator isn't in the correct mode. So I'm going to show you right now how to find the mode. So click mode, it's next to the second button. Okay, and you want it in math print mode, not in classic mode. Okay, so you can use the arrows to go down, go to the right, and when it's blinking on math print, hit enter, and you've now set it to math print. Now to get out of this screen, you're going to want to hit second quit. So notice right here it says quit in green. So if I hit the second button and then this button, it takes me back to the main screen. Okay, so notice it's the mode button, but when you hit second before it, it does what you have up here. Okay, so now let's look at this. On the top we have 58 plus 3 times 4. Okay, for some reason in fraction mode it does use a multiplication sign instead of an asterisk. I have no idea why. Now we want to put 6 plus 4 in the bottom, so I'm going to use a down arrow. And when the cursor is blinking in there, I put 6 plus 4. And to get out of the fraction, you're going to want to hit the arrow to the right. Okay. Now it has your complete expression. You can check it, make sure you entered it correctly, and hit enter. Let's look at the next one. So here we've used parentheses before, but let's just practice again. Let's use this expression. So these have multiplication, division, addition, and your calculator knows the correct order as long as you punched in exactly how you see it. Parentheses, 6 times 9, close the parentheses. So now we usually do division from left to right, but since this is in parentheses, the calculator will do this first, then it'll do the division. Okay, and then we hit enter, and our result is 4. And finally, let's do an expression with exponents. How about this one right here? Okay. One thing I want to mention before we move on, if you wanted 3 minus 2, you use this subtraction button. Okay. Notice there's this button which looks like just like the minus sign. This is actually a negative sign. Notice how the symbol is a little bit smaller and a little higher up, and your calculator will give you a syntax error. So if you see syntax error, it might be the case that you use the negative sign instead of the subtraction sign. And we will be using the negative sign in the next unit. Okay, let me clear this again. So let's do this one on top. So I'm going to show you two ways to do this. Parentheses, 7 minus 2, close the parentheses. Now there's a button just for squaring things. Okay, so this, notice it says x squared. It's not going to put an x in there. If you click this button, it just squares it. Okay, and then we'd hit minus 4. And our result is 21. Okay. Now I'm going to clear this and I'm going to show you another way to use a squared, because if you need another exponent besides 2, you'll want to know how to do this. So I'm going to hit clear. So I'm going to start off the same, 7 minus 2, close the parentheses, and now you see this button right here, the caret button, and you actually use this in Math IS for exponents. If you hit this, you could think of it as kind of an up symbol. It makes the box smaller and in the exponent spot. Then you hit a 2. Now something important here, if I hit minus 4 now, I'm showing you something that could go wrong, so you're not going to want to do this. Notice that all of this is still in the exponent. We need it out of the exponent. So I'm going to take this minus 4 and delete it. So I move the arrow, I'll hit delete. Move the arrow, hit delete. Now I just have my squared. To get the minus 4, you need to use the right arrow and notice the cursor move down. And now I'll enter minus 4, and there's our result. So I hope these were helpful.